Hi there, Maria here with part two of the background explorations I'm doing. So this was the page I had put a bunch of colors with a credit card and just rubbed them on the page. And I had some pink and various yellows, and now I'm adding some light green. So I like the variegated effect here. And then I decided to just use a magazine picture of a lady eating, and I was cut out some other pictures to go with it that I will show you here as we go along. And I'm using Mod Podge to glue this magazine picture to the background. I'm just putting it on the picture itself because if it's on the page, it will act as a resistance, and I don't want any extra on the page. So I'm working here with a credit card to get all the air bubbles out. Magazine pictures are a little difficult to attach and make sure they get flat. But if you start from the middle and work outwards, it will work well. And here I'm putting on some clear gesso to make this picture usable. I'm going to put paint on top of it. If you don't have clear gesso, you can put some white paint on thin if you want to keep the features to where you can see them. So just seal the page with some white acrylic paint. And here I'm just using Neocolors 2, which is water-soluble crayons, different skin tones and shades to enhance the face. I wanted to give it my own spin here. And it's kind of fun. It's like being a makeup artist and putting on first the foundation, and then I'm going to put on the colors on top. I really liked her expression. It's fun to do magazine pictures of faces, but it's maybe the lazy person's way of doing a portrait instead of making it from scratch, but it's okay. So I'm putting some darker tones around the edges of the face and where the hair would start, just to make it um, the illusion of roundness. And I could have cut off her hair completely and added my own style of hair. That would have made it even more original, but I forgot to, or didn't think to do that. So I'm just adding on some blue and some black and purple to change her hair a bit. And it turns out like a big 80s style hairdo. Put some green on her eyelids. Here I'm using a Stabilo All pencil, which it writes on any surface. And just to make all the features a little more prominent. It really is all about light and shadow on a face. Also, the neck would usually be a little darker, just to, because the face is always shading the neck. I'm using a pretty dry brush, even though I dip it in water, but I make it dry, otherwise it'll have a pool of water and it will just shove the paint around. So a drier brush will just dissolve the paint enough to spread it around. I really like that blue for the dress. Blue is my favorite color, by the way. I'm adding some lighter colors to her hair to make it look a little more alive. I'm adding white on the places of the face that would stand out, usually the cheekbones, the nose, and the chin. And that will make the face look round or 3D rather than just flat. Filled in the lips a little bit with red, but I'm not doing much with the lips since I like the way that big smile. And making all the details a little sharper. Because the top of the eyelid will have some white too, due to the roundness of the eyeball. Cut out a plate of food from a magazine and a bottle of wine with a glass. She's evidently enjoying her food. I'm using my pencil to draw a banner. Using some bright yellow because it cheers up the whole picture. So acrylic paints. And I decided to make a table, so I'm using some burnt sienna on here. It kind of grounds the picture. I'm using a charcoal pencil to outline the banner. I'm using an Elmer's paint pen, but any permanent marker would work. And I wrote the words joy. Here I have a little tablecloth from some decorative paper I have in my stash. And I decided to add on just a little blue for a hint of sky, like she's outside on a picnic. So this was just so much fun to make. As you can see, there she is.